Hi everyone, my name is Westbourne Josiah. I'm an instructor with Spirit of Designs. So this morning I'll be showing you how to use Photoshop. So with Photoshop you can create a whole lot of things that you ever want to create. So if you don't know about Photoshop before, so Photoshop is an editing software. It's a software created to enable you give life to your imagination. So this day I'll be showing you how to use Photoshop, but I'm going to be teaching you the basics. And if you understand the basics, you can actually on your own become a professional. Yeah, I'm telling you because I know this. So just follow me step by step and ask questions where you need to ask questions. And I assure you that at the end of this course, you'll be a good graphic designer and a Photoshop user. Okay, so right without wasting further time, let's launch Photoshop. Open. So maybe you don't have a Photoshop, you've not used it before, and you don't know how to get it. So down below the description, I'm gonna be giving you the link to Photoshop where you can download your Photoshop. But if you can't download online, you can go to a software vendor and request, place demand for Photoshop. So with it, you can install it and join us in this tutorial. Okay, so this when you open a Photoshop file, especially when that Photoshop have been used over time, you will see some other works that have been done with that Photoshop. So these are, maybe let me just open this. This is one of the works that we've done using this. So if what you see you actually like it, then you're in the right place, and we will show you how to make more amazing designs than what you see on your screen. And we have results in what we do, and this course is going to help you stand out when it has to do with design in the design ecosystem. So when you open, what we just did is that we actually opened an existing file. So not to confuse you, I'm going to close this and we're going to see ourselves here back. So when you open a Photoshop file, you see these two things around here. You see create, new, and open. So what we just did was opening an existing file, and that's just what we did here by clicking this. So but because we don't have you guys are just new to this, and I'm going to show you step by step. So we're going to click create new. So when we click create new, it opens us to a variety of sizes. So for instance, you want to design anything you want to design. They are not of the same sizes. You want to design a banner, you want to design a flyer, you want to design a backdrop, you want to design a brochure, you want to design a passport, you want to design an ID card. So all these things are different due to their sizes. Okay, so what you need to do is you pick a particular size that you want to hear. So right here we have 1080 by 1080, we have 5 by 7, we have 7 by 5, we have 6000 by 6000 pixels. So all this thing is dependent on you. What do you want to design? Get the size, and when you get the size, you come to this place. We have units of measurement. So we have pixels here. I'm using pixels for my default. For instance, you went somewhere, okay, you want to design a passport, you want to design an ID card, you have your measurement. So come down to this place and write and type in the width. Come down to this place and type in the height. Choose the measurement, the measurement standard you're using. For me, I'm using pixels, and whenever I measure things, I convert them to pixels and I type them in here. So you can either be on land scale or on portrait. Okay, so on the artboard issue, I'm still going to come down there, but you were not supposed to be there right now. But if you actually wanted to see, let me show you an example of an artboard. This is an example of an artboard. So let's just wait for it to open because I don't want to rush us into it. So why it open? An artboard is actually, instead of opening just one workspace, you can have many of it and you'll be designing simultaneously. For instance, I have how many platforms? I have 12, so I have 24 designs on this. Okay, so I have 24 designs here. So each one I had here So each palette, each workspace had a design. So this is artboard 1, this is the design there. Sorry for that. This is the artboard 1, this is the artboard 2, okay, this is the artboard 3, this is the artboard 4, so and so and so and so forth. Okay, so let's go back so I don't confuse you. So go to create new, and you can see those things had a square side. Those things are going to be used for social media. So because we're going to be using for social media, it has to be square. What do I mean? I mean it has to be squared. So whether it is 2 by 2, whether it is 10 by 10, whether it is by 100 by 100, whether it is by 2000 by 2000, it is square. And when it is square, it can be used for Facebook, Instagram posts. Okay, so when you are setting up your size, make sure that your resolution is 300, is not less than 300. Okay, so when you come down to this place, you click creates. Okay, so and maybe before you do that or after, you can always give a name to the document you're creating. So I want to create a document called intro. So intro here, I click create. Sorry. So when I click create, it brings me to Photoshop platform and the entire place. So here, what you can see, I'm going to show you step by step of how you need to know all the things. So this is the toolbar. This contains all the tools you will ever need in Photoshop Design. This is it. So I just put it off. I either expand it or collapse it. Okay, so right here I also have my layer. I can bring it out. I can either collapse it or expand it. This is my character. I can bring it out here. I can collapse it or expand it or close it, but I don't want to close it right now. So how do I fix this things back? So why am I showing you this? I have gone through hell when I started Photoshop some years back. I just came up one day and I found out that my whole palettes and my tools were missing. Things were turned upside down. I couldn't locate them, and that is the reason why I'm doing this, just to show you how to locate your tools and all that. So you take this tool and bring it down here until you see a blue icon. So when that blue line shows up, you can let it be, so it is staying there permanently. So you can pick this, the layer, and move it. So there are places you can see the different compartments. So if I leave it here, it will just be here. I can pick this one. I can put this together. Both will now be in the same. I can put them together. I can decide to make them to stay vertically. Everyone stay on its own. So you see. So that's that for that. So if there are other things you would want to find here that you don't see, you can come to Windows. So I'll be adding anything that we would need. So you don't need to add anything here until I add. Then you can add because you're following me to learn. Okay. Okay. So this is the menu bar. We have the file menu, the edit menu, the image menu, the layer menu, type, select, and all the rest of it. Okay. So this is just how you need to understand this platform. So whenever you want to know, maybe when I mention something and you don't know it, you can bring your cursor around about it. You will find out the name. This is the move tool. The move tool is used to move things around about. For instance, if we have an image here, we can easily move that image to and fro using the tool, using the move tool. Okay. So we have, so when anyone you see with arrow by the side, it means it is more than one component in it. So in the move tool, I click it and hold. It shows me. So this is the artboard I showed you earlier, and this is move tools. You leave them and come down to the side. This is the rectangular marquee tool, elliptical marquee tool, single row. So with time you will understand all this. They are very nice. They are all very nice tools that will actually make your day. This one is a lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool, magnetic lasso tool. You know them, and when I show you, you so fall in love with them. Okay, and that is all for that. So another thing is, you've done something on your document and now you want to save. You can do Ctrl S. You come down to File, Menu, and look for Save. So because we haven't done anything on the platform, that's why the save is not highlighted. So let's know if this is true. Come here, click text. We want to type something. I'm gonna type, we are new to Photoshop, and I drop what I picked. So anytime you pick up a tool, you have to drop it. For instance, if I use this shape and I drop it and I use it this way, I just dropped a shape, okay? And I want to do test, I can actually click test and do what? For me to, I need to drop this to continue with any other action. So I just come here to the move tool and click it. It helps me drop, so I can always move the things I want to move. So like I told you, the move tool is for moving things. Do you get it? Do you see what I mean? So you can actually move things around you. So that is that for this. And now we can go to save, right? So you can see that the save is highlighted. I click on save. It will now ask me, where do you want to save this? I already have a folder called Photoshop class. I put here, and it is on Photoshop PDF. No, I need it in Photoshop Raw. I cannot save. No, I can put it on Photoshop. The first one, the Photoshop PSD, PDD, PSDT, and right click, save, and do OK. So that's all. So you've actually created your first design.